Rotate device. I don't want to rotate device, but this is still live. I can't wait till that message goes away so I can see what I'm doing. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, LA. LA pronounced like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. I am no longer representing 989. I have officially moved to Marietta, Georgia. My family and I have relocated. We've been gone for about a week. Um, but I'm just not making a video about it because I wanted to just kind of relax, kind of unwind and enjoy everything. This is September 1st, 2019, and I'm doing a video blog. Is it video blog or video vlog? Sound like I'm about to throw up. Blog. Blog. that's that's frog language. You know, frogs go frog language. So, according to my calculations with this YouTubing thing, I don't do it very often, and I'm still trying to get the hang of it. Um, I'm recording right now directly off my phone, but I don't have it set for live to my knowledge because I just want it to be a regular video of me vlogging, a vlogging without any disturbances from like the chat box and stuff. I think I'll probably start getting more into that once I start doing it off of my bigger computer, because right now I'm just filming off my phone by choice. I don't want to set up my computer just yet like that to get into all those things. However, it is September 1st, and I want to keep my videos going. I've been doing a good job staying constant with um uploading things. And so I'm like, well, it is September 1st. I'm going right along with my schedule of how I see the direction of my YouTube channel going. So I'll do like a vlog. This camera make my face look fat. I know I picked up some weight. I'm not sure if it hit my face yet or not, because when I look in the mirror, my face don't seem this full. Uh, that's weird, isn't it? How each camera is different. And even with the lighting, my husband used to always say that the lighting. I'm like, how come I look one way and then in another I look a different color? I'm like, sometimes lights make me look like I'm super pale. I know I'm light, but I'm not like Casper the Ghost. Dot 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 question mark, am I? And then I look at some mirrors where I can see a tan to me. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to feel like Michael. Cue the trees. Have you seen my childhood? I'm like, have you seen my complexion? I don't know what color I'm is. I know what race I am, but I don't know what color I'm in. These stupid lights got me all mixed up. But that's beside the point. If you want to learn about me ranting and raving about colorism and skin complexion, please feel free to look down into my videos. And there's a 7-part series talking all about colorism and skin color devoted to that specific allotment of ranting. But once again, I am in Marietta, Georgia. I'm back home, meaning I never felt at home in Michigan. According to my knowledge and according to my birth certificate, I was born and raised in Saginaw, Michigan. Be that as it may, we'll just continue saying that. According to my birth certificate, I was born and raised in Saginaw, Michigan. I know I was in Saginaw, Michigan for forever, but I never felt at home there. So now we're here. Ah, man, it feels great. It's nice having an atmosphere. It's nice having an environment. It's nice being surrounded by nature. It's nice being around people who actually are going somewhere, doing something. Um, it's nice to know waking up that you're in an environment where people are always on the go. the town never really sleeps compared to where I used to be at. There's always room for creativity. Of course, there's good and bad in everything, good and bad in every race, good and bad in your favorite TV show. Um, but just moving to Georgia, it just felt right. I came back here, and I've been here before, but that's a whole nother story. I've been to Georgia before, and I never wanted to leave. But now I'm back with my family, and it felt like I never left meaning like I was supposed to. That's what it means. That's what it feels like. It feels like I never left. Nothing feels strange to me here. Nothing feels unfamiliar. Everything feels familiar here. Like I've been here all my life. Um, when I see the sights and stuff, it's like I've always seen them before. Seen, seen them before. So I don't feel uncomfortable. I don't feel timid. I don't feel intimidated or overwhelmed by the busyness in that way because it always felt like this was my home. And it's crazy because of Saginaw, Michigan, I had always had so much anxiety waking up, even though I knew where stuff was. It's crazy because when I say new to get to the mall and all that, but my life was so sheltered. I I missed out on everything, like the growth of the city and learning, having the time to just explore when you're a certain age where the different things are. So even though Saginaw, Michigan was really a small town, being that I was sheltered for so many years, pretty much all of my life, I still never got to go out and see it and know where stuff was at and actually know where the quote unquote danger areas were, who the dangerous people were, who I should and shouldn't be associated with because um, I was sheltered. And so Saginaw never felt like home. There's a difference between people knowing who you are and just knowing you. I knew a lot of people there, but it still didn't make me feel comfortable. It still didn't make me feel happy. Like some people I know, they're too afraid to leave Saginaw because everybody know them and they know where everything's at and the quotes ins and outs and outs and ins. I'm like, that's a pretty dumb reason to stifle your future if you see yourself being somewhere else, but you don't want to leave the comfort of people knowing you. In my mind, it's like if those people knew you, they wouldn't be trying to hold you back. They would be trying to push you forward. So the fact of the matter is, if you see yourself being somewhere bigger than the city you're in, and the people you know who know of you and claim to love you aren't really elevating you, but just holding you there, I think it's time to leave. Um, I knew a lot of people in Saginaw, but I didn't feel welcome just because I knew a lot of people in Saginaw and still do. But it didn't give me any type of comfort or peace knowing that I had somebody to run to if I needed help. It's like I might as well move to a completely different state because I still feel alienated there. I'm just glad we left. I never liked it there. There were some places I liked about it, but I'm glad I don't live there anymore. Um, hang on. I've got a Google Play message popping up in my screen. Unfortunately, Google Play services have stopped. You know, my Google Play service is always stopping. I need to get that fixed and make sure that's cool so when I start back playing the games on my phone, I won't run into any issues. I took a pause on playing a lot of video games on my phone simply because my phone, it could hold the games, but my maps as I grew and my landscapes as I grew, the games grew, so it was hard to keep up, like seeing where I was going and what I was doing. Like a Heyday, I love Heyday. But my land, I started expanding territory so much, it was really hard to keep up with the cows, and you have neighbors now. And the last time I played Heyday was, I think you could. I was able to get a railroad. I had a railroad so I could go to another town and build in that town. So it's like I need to get a tablet because on this phone it's hard to keep up with what I'm doing. So I put a pause in just playing video games altogether on my cell phone for that reason, because the screen is not big enough to fulfill the whole app video game experience since I expanded my territory in Heyday. And there's another game I like to play. It's a food game. Not, oh my gosh. It's a really cool food game I like to play on there too. So, once again, I'm in Marietta, Georgia. My family and I are in Marietta, Georgia. It felt like I never left. I don't feel estranged. This is home for me. I've been trying to get out of Saginaw for forever. I made it. And now I feel like completely alive. I feel so beautiful, peaceful, free. I know there's drama everywhere. No place is perfect, but this place is perfect for me. Me and my family. Oh man. I haven't been stressing out. It's just, I'm home. It's like it's home. I'm home. It's like I always knew I can do anything. Thankfully, I have a positive spirit, a positive attitude. But when I came here, it really strengthened my faith all the way around, through and through. It just, my everything, my belief system and everything I believe in just completely instantly strengthened, like sealed when I physically moved here. The energy here for me is pure, it's mutual, for real mutual. It's an even playing field. So, where it's like totally up to you. Either you want to make it or you don't. It's just like that. It's fair here. You really can make it here if you want to. Um, so happy to be here. Oh, y'all, I'm in Marietta, Georgia. I'm still LA. LA pronounced like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm brazy. My husband is digging it. He is so much happier. It's just everything. His whole everything even lifted up. I'm so happy for him. I just want him happy. I want him happy just as much as he want me happy. Oh my gosh, he is so happy. Saginaw, Michigan, for people like him and I, we're very creative. We really try to stick to ourselves and who we are. And the energy there, it will weigh you down because there's not a lot of people like that there, like us, who really are true to ourselves. There's a lot of people there who claim they are, but at the end of the day, it's easier to say that you are yourself than to actually live it out. They may do one or two things that stand out and they're like hollering, I'm different. I'm like, no, not really. Because just doing something bogus or outrageous just to defy that you are different doesn't necessarily mean you're different. What are you doing when people aren't seeing you? To what are you doing behind closed doors? Are you still being true to yourself? You know, people liked us, but then they didn't. That's everywhere, but it's just creative, artsy people I don't believe belong there. We're not welcome like that. It's like they'll let you into the party, but they want you to sit in the back. And then they'll be like, oh, we let you into the party. Yeah, you let us into the party, but you're not telling the whole story. You made us sit in the back. So we really couldn't get into the front to watch the full show like everybody else. But in Saginaw, just getting into the door and sitting in the back is good enough for them. So they think they've done their work. But when you go to a concert, you want the full experience, don't you? You want to see the performers. You want to see and feel the music. You want to see all the dancers do their thing. Not for us. They just let us in. But we had to sit in the back. We didn't get any memorabilia or ticket stub to prove that we were actually there. So it goes on more of a hearsay than a physical proof that we were there. Oh my gosh. It's a mess. I'm just happy to be here. My family's here, our family's here that really love and support us. You know, I don't like this angle because it make it look like I'm not wearing anything. Shoot. But I am wearing something. It's kind of weird. I didn't do this on purpose. And I hope this don't mess up my monetization because it look like I'm showing too much skin. Dang it. If I bring the camera in. I know my husband said I look fine because I asked him. But now that I'm seeing it on camera, it's just, I think at that angle, because I can see this and this. But I'm covered up, y'all. Forgive me, Father, for I have said. He gonna strike me down. Story of my life, I'm just teasing. Maybe I'll do a whole video vlog tomorrow just talking about how, well, I'm doing it now, how that city made me feel. That city is not for everybody, especially for creative people. You have to leave. Um, the energy there for creative people is suffocating in a way where it will snuff out your flame if you don't fight back or know who you are. But it snuffs it out differently. I know people all across the world feel the same way, but this energy is different. The energy there is different. I don't like Saginaw, but according to my birth certificate, that's where I was born and raised from. There's a place called Bay City. That was cool. It was just so small there. You know, Bay City's not bad. It's just that specific area of Saginaw where I live. The energy there is dead. There's Detroit. You know, you can go there. Even I don't like Lansing too much, but it's way better than being in Saginaw. So if you guys are still in Saginaw, just get out of Saginaw if you can. Do what you can. Um, what is it? Grand Rapids is really cool. I recommend Grand Rapids if you don't want to make the big leap of faith and move to a different state. How about go to Grand Rapids? It's creative, it's cool, it's buzzing, it's liberated there. So my artsy people, just get out of Saginaw. Don't go to Bay City because it's just too tiny, and you'll be right in Saginaw in 2 minutes. And then in Bay City, there's nowhere else to go but up north. So it's the distance between having some activity and creativity is dry. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't move to Bay City, because if you go up, continue to go up, there's nothing up there unless you go completely way up north. But that defeats the whole purpose, because you may not want to be completely submerged into the cold and that close to the water. So go further down south, go to Detroit. I wouldn't say Flint, but if you can, Flint's got its flack. But I would still choose Flint over Saginaw, because even Flint is they've always fought. They're a fighter city. So I would recommend, if anything, go to Flint. Forget the Flint water situation. Oh my gosh, just get a purifier, okay, people, okay? Water is bad everywhere. Just get a purifier or something. But the bigger picture is to get out of Saginaw if you're creative like you and me. Like my husband and I. uh, go to Detroit, go to Grand Rapids. Just get out of Saginaw so you can open your mind, be freer. I'm in Marietta, Georgia. We're in Marietta, Georgia. Free. Heaven on earth. You're not gonna get snow like all the time. I'm happy about that too. I'm back home. It felt like I never left. Like I never missed a beat. I don't feel like I'm losing time. I don't feel the air of hopelessness, doom, the lack of prosperity, effortlessness. The the further and further away we drove from Michigan, the lighter I got. The lighter I got. Some people may not be meant to leave Saginaw, fine, but I'm talking to those who are like me. You know, if you can't leave the state, at least leave the city of Saginaw. Do yourself a favor. Transfer your job to the next city over and start life. Transfer your job. Or for those people who feel they're really young still, but or be like teenagers, and you really can't go anywhere, my things for you is like, if you're like 15, 13, 14, 15, 16, and you really want to leave Saginaw too, but you can't because of your age, or at least voice it if you can, that you don't like where you are. Explain the reasons why, so you can at least set up a foundation for the people you're living with, that, and my son or daughter don't like it here. Have that in the back of their mind so they'll know that eventually you are going to leave, simply because you said you don't like where you are living. And then try your best to hold on to who you are. Continue to do the crafts and things that you love to do to keep you alive, to keep your fire going. because you live in a town and you're surrounded by people who intentionally and unintentionally will dim your light simply because they've lost theirs. So it'll be a kind of an automatic thing for them to kind of put water on your fire. They may not even know they're doing it too. And that's the scary part. They may not even be aware that they're dousing your fire. So if you feel hopeless, maybe your one job right now was to just stay true to you, and that's a big job within itself because you have to stay true to you within your thoughts, how you want your hair, the way you prefer to dress, what you like to watch, what you like to eat, the type of friends you would rather be around. Because you could be around a group of friends now, they're cool now because they're keeping you busy, keeping your mind off things, they're passing the time. But deep down, you know, you wish you had some more healthier friends, some more positive friends who wanted more out of life. But right now, this is the crap you're dealt with. So, you know, even secretly, if you want more friends or better friends, make sure you continue to work on yourself because those type of friends will come around. And if they don't, just still don't change who you are just to fit in or not feel alone because it's very tempting to feel alone and you make bad choices just so you can be around people to have company. So you have to stay true to yourself, and it could mean a season of being alone, but the bigger picture is you're fighting for yourself, you're fighting for your future, so when you get the chance to leave, you can, with less drama as possible, leave. I can say for the 13, 14, 15, 16 year olds who don't have an escape plan and know good and well you don't want to go to college, or maybe you want to go to college but you don't want to be in debt, find you a job that accepts you guys. Like, I think you can, some jobs they hire you at 15 or 16. At least start looking for jobs that hire you guys where you can get a worker's permit, meaning you can work under the age of 18 and start at least having a job so you can stay busy and you'll be making your own money so you can have more freedom to do and get things without having to wait on an allowance from your parents or ask your legal guardian for money. You'll have your own money, so do your best to establish your own sense of freedom with any way you can, especially with money. Get you a job, start babysitting, doing laundry. That's a way to fight back. Claim your independence by making your own money, so your parents or legal guardian can't, or your boyfriend can't hold anything over you. At least when it comes to you needing things or just wanting to do things, you'll have your money to do that. Thankfully, there's Uber if your parents let you go on Uber. Thankfully, there's buses, so you can use the bus system or taxi, however you're flexible your parents or legal guardian is when it comes to using Ubers or ride shares. You can pay your own way. Pay your own cell phone bill, so your parents can't take that from you neither. If they want to get an attitude, at least y'all get a job to pay for your own cell phone. Because I know, growing up from experience, when my dad caught an attitude, claimed he caught attitude with me when I used to start questioning his authority, he would tear my cell phones up. You know, so at least get a job to pay for your own cell phone and cell phone bill. Fight for your independence as much as you can. Look forward to the future if you don't want to go to college, and get a job where they're located all across the state, all across the country. Example, Walmart is everywhere. So you get into Walmart, you work that job, you be loyal to that job, you be devoted to that job, and then while you're there putting in some time, putting in some good work, some ethic, you're getting your checks, you can get out of the house, and not only on that, you have the power to now transfer and relocate to somewhere else because now you have a job. You know what I mean? You can go somewhere else. So I advise anybody to do that. There's Walmart, there's Kroger's, there's Target, um, any type of Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Those main jobs I list because they're solid and they're all over the place and you can transfer. So those are escape routes if you want to leave Saginaw, Michigan and you feel powerless. Start with the little things that you can control. Working on yourself, staying true to yourself is job enough. Keeping your own thoughts sorted with what your thoughts are versus what your parents are telling you, versus what TV's telling you, versus what people your age are telling you. Plus remembering what you really want. That's a lot of work. Being brave to question things that don't make sense to you anymore now that you're older and you see the bigger picture. Being brave to ask adults questions about your past. Believe me, I have done it, and I'm still doing it. You may get answers, you may not, but you have to be honest with yourself. If they can't answer a question, it's not your fault. It's their fault, and they're guilty for hiding something important from you. Don't press the issue too much. Just know that by their silence or their aggression is a deflection because they're not ready to talk about something they're guilty of. Move on for now. Work on your escape plan. Get you a job. If anything, buy you a cell phone. Even a minute phone. It's your phone, okay? Get you an Obama phone. However that works. Get you a phone that's yours so your parents or legal guardian can't take it and be like, I paid for it, it's mine. Because they like to flip that script too. That's not cool. Everything they bought you will become collateral if you start to fight for your independence. They'll take it because they're like, I bought it. So if anything, buy your own cell phone. Make your own cell phone payments. They can't take that from you because it's yours. TV is the same way. Anything that you need to keep you going, buy it while you're living with them because they'll use that against you and take it away from you. If you want to start walking places, you know the weather changes in Michigan, so make sure you have all the gear you need if you want to fight for your independence, even though that a level of just walking places instead of getting your parents to drop you off because you just have the right shoes, have the right gear, have the raincoats, have the snow boots, whatever you got to do. You know, if you want to walk to the store and it's not too far and it's winter time, you like, you know what, Mom, I'm going to the store. Claim your independence that way. Put your boots on, put your winter gear on, put your hat on, your gloves, and put your earbuds on and walk to the store. Anything to show that you don't need them all the time in a humble, respectful way is something I recommend. You don't have to feel hopeless just because of your age. I know I did, but as I grew up, I learned ways, so now I'm sharing them because there's a lot of people who are the age I was and felt hopeless. Keep a journal if you can. I wasn't able to keep a journal because my parents looked through my stuff, so I couldn't be even truthful in the journal. That's why I became even more of an introvert because I couldn't even write down what I really thought in my journals because they went through my stuff. So if you're in a situation like that too, I'm sorry. It really harder because your parents don't respect you at all. They don't even trust you at that point. It's a sign they don't trust you at all. They're going through your journal. So I feel sorry for you guys if you were in there. I've been there. Draw. Um, Paint. Create songs. Write in metaphor. Do anything you can to let out the stress, but don't hurt yourself. A lot of the times I believe self-harm comes from no window to express yourself. I mean, geez, if you can't even write in a journal, what do you have left? You hurt yourself. So I recommend that you find a more healthier outlet. But it can be tough, especially if you don't even know how to bring that situation up to someone because you're afraid to get your parents in trouble. At that point, get them in trouble because they're doing more harm to you than they are to themselves. It's about saving yourself at this point, okay? So, we're here and I'm happy. I have a lot to say, as you can see, but based on this video, you can get a roundabout of my upbringing, who I am, why I am, and where I am because of a terrible upbringing. But I still chose at the end of the day, to the best of my ability, to stay true to me, not lose me. It was very hard, it was difficult, confusing, very, very taxing. I don't think people realize just how hard it is to fight to be yourself. It's easy, but at the same time, it's not. Being yourself becomes very hard when you are completely tired of being isolated. Being yourself becomes a challenge when you finally hit that point where you just get tired of being rejected. That's when that muscle comes in where you have to really motivate yourself. If you don't have anybody else or don't know where to turn, you really have to exercise uplifting yourself, finding healthy distractions, going for walks, really opening your mind to find beauty in everything so you don't go crazy and lose yourself during the particular stress that you are in. I encourage you to please watch my channel. I have a lot of helpful videos. As you can see, my channel is it's a variety of things. Music, real talk like what I'm doing, some comedy. It's just a variety. So my channel alone is also me putting a stamp on who I am because it's sad from what I've learned through all my years of being a YouTuber that variety channels really don't make it because the system of YouTube itself can't really fit you into a box, which is understandable. So if I'm a variety channel, how do you fit a variety channel into a box? Unfortunately, you don't get categorized. So it makes my work harder because if you can't be figured out, you usually get spewed back out. So once again, that's another price of being yourself. You can't be identified into a specific box. You are going to naturally get rejected. They may like you, but if they can't go down the list and check off who you are, it causes, unfortunately, confusion. So you're going to get easily dismissed. And some people even like to put the icing on it and call you crazy, but that's not the case. But crazy is the last resort of a label because they can't define you. They can't define you. They go crazy. Hello? They go crazy because they can't define you. So if you can't be defined, you're running them crazy actually, not the other way around. So they'll just spew you out. Nevertheless, here I stand. My channel was for creative people and for people who are like me. There's a lot of wisdom in my channel for people in the struggle of trying to be themselves or in a small town and don't know what to do to survive until they are of age to leave. I think I provide pretty good advice for guys like that. I love to YouTube. It's like awesome. It's like the best freedom ever. It's like a digital journal because I do like to journal. I never let that skill die, but I wish I could have been able to be more open when journaling, but I couldn't. So my folks were crazy. When I say crazy, that's because I don't have any other place to categorize them. And they are. They were crazy. Like Carrie's mom, super over religious. You gonna burn in hell because you breathe too hard. You breathe too hard because you were sinning. Ah, oh, gravy train dog food. I am in Marietta, Georgia. I feel freer and I'm happy. And my plan is to do another video vlog tomorrow. This is a challenge to myself to try to do a video vlog every day. This is something new for me because it goes against the format that I would prefer, where it would be like the little logo down at the bottom and stuff up there. And I know when I did some videos, I got some comments here and there where people did want to see more of me like this. I just wasn't ready. So I didn't really do it. And when I did, my videos weren't very long anyways. But I feel more ready to make video vlogs because I'm at home now. And I literally left all that stuff behind me. So when I talk about it, now when I talk about the past and the past experiences, it's completely a full circle thing. Everything's closed now that I've left. So instead of just talking about it, I've actually done it and I'm living it. So I can actually go back now and start telling my story for real. Like I'm talking to you guys more personal, and this is me talking, and you're not just hearing my voice, you're seeing me, you're seeing the scenery, you're seeing where I am. I can do that now because I'm gone from there. I'm here. I went from point A to point B. So now you can see my transition. See that there's hope. See that there's a way. You do have to take baby steps sometimes, but if you don't take baby steps, you won't get anywhere. It says this camera's been going for 43 minutes. It feels like an hour. I feel like I've been talking to you guys for an hour. If you have anything you want me to talk about, if you have any questions, please put them down in the comments. That'll also help me have other topics to talk about as I attempt to do a daily video vlog like this for you guys. Because I'm ready now. So today is September 1st, 2019. I'm in Marietta, Georgia with my family and I. Turn it over a new leaf. Ah! Pun intended, because it's a leaf that fell, turn over a new leaf though. Please, questions, comments, things you want me to talk about, current issues, I'll talk about them depending on what they are. But if you don't write them down, you'll never know if I'm willing to talk about it. So if it's just a thought, write it down, and now if I feel comfortable talking about it, I will. But I'll never know if you don't type it down into the comments. What you want to know about me, go on and type it down. If I want to answer, then I will, but I'll never know if you don't type it, okay? So don't be like, I might offend you. Well, if you feel that way, just type, I don't know if I'm going to offend you, dot, 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 but I want to know this. You won't get anywhere if you don't ask, okay? So I'm giving you permission to ask me questions. And if you're worried it might offend me, just start it off like, I hope this don't offend you, but I really want to know this. That goes to anything. With anyone, anywhere. You never know if you're just sitting around assuming all the time. You won't get anywhere just assuming. Or you might get into a whole lot of trouble assuming, so you better find out. I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to go. I'm ready to go out and back and enjoy my home. Bye.